H-Town, welcome into Texans Today. I am Will Scott. Happy Mother's Day to all of our Texans moms out there watching. We appreciate you. It's been an exciting offseason for the Texans. If you are excited about the 2023 season, like the video, hit the thumbs up icon if you're ready to get this season rolling. New head coach, new quarterback, a lot to look forward to when you're talking about the Houston Texans. And this Texans team continues to get better and better. Over the weekend, they signed corner Shaquill Griffin. This coming in from Aaron Wilson. Texans signing corner Shaquill Griffin to a one-year deal with max value of $4.5 million, $3 million guaranteed, according to a league source. He was certainly one of the best defenders out there in free agency, and you get him and add him to this Texans cornerback room that features Derek Stingley, some other young guys. He's been pretty good throughout his career, Shaquill Griffin. Just 5 touchdowns allowed in the last 2 seasons. He has 11 pass breakups. I think this is a great value signing when you're talking about Shaquill Griffin. You get him for just about $4 million on a one-year deal. I think you needed some cornerback depth still after the draft. You get that by adding Shaquill Griffin to that room. Grade the signing. Type A, B, C, D, or F down in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts on Shaquill Griffin, the former Jacksonville Jaguars and Seattle Seahawks corner, signing with the Houston Texans. Let's get into a mailbag now. First question coming in from Toxic Redneck 44, still tipping. I see Anderson taking home Defensive Rookie of the Year with possibly Stroud taking home Offensive Rookie of the Year, but I doubt that with Young at 1. Thoughts? I'm with you. I think that Will Anderson will win Defensive Rookie of the Year. We broke down those odds on a previous show. He's plus 350. The next closest, I think, is Devin Witherspoon at plus 850. So he is the heavy favorite. I think he gets that done. In terms of Stroud winning Offensive Rookie of the Year, and it can be done, those two guys coming on the same team. We saw that last year with the New York Jets. So it could happen again. I hear you with Bryce Young. It's going to be tough to beat Bryce Young for that award because you look at the Panthers division. They might win that division with the rookie quarterback next year. I still think the Saints win that division, but the Panthers could certainly have a shot. And if Carolina wins that division, I don't see a world where Bryce Young doesn't win Offensive Rookie of the Year. However, let's say the Texans win 8 games this year, 8 and 9. Panthers win 6 or 7 games. The Texans have the better year. That's probably going to mean that C.J. Stroud had the better year over Bryce Young, which would mean he could win Offensive Rookie of the Year. So it's certainly possible, but I would agree that Bryce Young is the favorite right now. Cam Johnson, what's up? Can we make the playoffs? Can we? Yes. Will we? No. That's a different question, right? But can the Texans make the playoffs? Can they be in a position maybe come week 17, week 18 to be in that conversation? Yeah, I do believe that's possible. The Texans division is kind of wide open right now. I think the Colts are going to be really bad. I don't think Anthony Richardson is the guy. I think the Titans are going to be really bad. I think they turned to Will Levis midseason. The Jags are probably going to be a contender, though, in the AFC. So it's going to be tough to win the division. But in terms of a wild card spot, if the Texans are 9-8, they could be in a position to make the wild card. I think the Texans win 7 or 8 games this year. Stay tuned for our record prediction video coming later this week. But can we? Yes. Will we? Probably not. But, man, if the Texans are in the playoff picture graphic on CBS come week 15, week 16, I think that's going to be pretty impressive. Can the Texans make the playoffs? Type Y for yes or type in for no down in the comment section. Can Houston make the playoffs? Devin, thanks for the question. Who's in a better position overall team-wise? CJ or Bryce Young? Many experts say Bryce Young. We have the better O-line, running backs, tight end, and they trade away their number 1 wide receiver. That's a great point. You know, I feel like Bryce Young is in a good position, but I feel like C.J. Stroud might be in a better position. I think people are going to say that it's Bryce Young because of Frank Reich is the head coach, and he's been known for being a good offensive mind. But people keep saying that he's this quarterback whisperer. And, yeah, he did good work with Carson Wentz his first couple of years in Philadelphia. But after that, I mean, what did he do? Now, he didn't have much to work with in Indianapolis. But I would not sit here and say, oh, man, Frank Reich is a quarterback whisperer. I just think that's a slight exaggeration. I still think he's a great coach. But DeMeco Ryans, man, I mean, he was a slam dunk hire this offseason. I think the best hire of this past coaching style. You have this great coaching staff. that surrounds C.J. Stroud. So I would agree with you. I think C.J. Stroud is actually in a better position. He's got more weapons. He's got the better offense. He's got Bobby Sloak as his OC. I would say C.J. Stroud, but I also think Bryce Young is in a pretty good position. Naomi, thanks for the question. Don't you think the Texans should trade for Jerry Jeudy? I don't. I think it's going to be a lot to get him, maybe a first-round pick, at least a second-round pick. And I just think the Texans are pretty set right now at wide receiver. Now, we've talked about DeAndre Hopkins as a possible target. I'm more open to bringing him back because he'd probably be cheaper than Jeudy because he's older, and you have the nostalgia effect with D-Hop. So, no, I don't think the Texans should trade for Jeudy. I don't think Judy's going to get traded. I understand they have a loaded receiver room there. They could move one of those guys. I don't think it's going to be Jerry Jeudy. For more Texans videos all year long, hit that subscribe button. We just recently relaunched our Texans channel here at Chat Sports. And I'm being told by my bosses that if you guys want more videos, we need more subscribers. So be sure to hit that subscribe button below. Hayden C., what's up? Do you see the Texans making any other trades before the season starts? I don't. I think the Texans feel pretty good about where this roster is right now. They made the Shaq Mason trade. They traded away Brandon Cooks. I don't think they're going to trade any guys. I don't think they're going to trade for anybody. But again, let's go back to DeAndre Hopkins here because I do like the idea of bringing him back to Houston, having him be maybe the number one wide receiver for C.J. Stroud. And I think it'd be good for Stroud. I think it'd be good for some of the younger wide receivers on this team, like Tank Dell, to learn from a guy like D-Hop, who is one of the best to ever put on a Texans uniform. Second all-time in receiving yards with 8,600. He's got 54 touchdowns, 632 receptions in Houston. Has spent the last couple of years in Arizona. But I look at DeAndre Hopkins, man, and it just makes a lot of sense to bring him back. And there was some interesting comments on the video we did last week, when I talked about the possibility of bringing back D-Hop. A couple of y'all said, we don't need to go back. We need to go forward. Well, what did Matthew McConaughey said? Sometimes to go forward, you got to go back. And I think DeAndre Hopkins, man, would be a fantastic addition to this team. And that you cannot have enough good receivers when you're talking about a rookie quarterback, right? The more weapons C.J. Stroud has, the better. It's hard to find a better option right now when you're talking about a trade target than DeAndre Hopkins. And, of course, he played for the Texans. He spends a lot of time still in Houston in the offseason. You got to know he might be interested in coming back to the 713. Do you want to trade for Nuke? Type T for trade or type P for pass down in the comment section. This is a polarizing question amongst Texans fans. A lot of Rockets fans are struggling with that question as well in terms of bringing back James Harden this offseason. But, man, if you bring Harden back to the H and you bring Nuke back to the 713 as well, Houston's going to be popping, man. I'll see you at Kirby Ice House. Tomas, hopefully they use the Battle Red helmet more often this offseason. This will be a new era in Houston. Yes, sir. Man, I'm with you. I love the Battle Red. It's by far the best Texans jersey design, by far the best Texans helmet. I mean, look how fresh C.J. Stroud looks there, man. He's going to throw for 4,500 yards in his rookie year if they wear that every game. I think, though, that the Texans are going to make somewhat of a jersey change. We've heard rumors about that. There's been a lot of rumors that the Texans might go back to the Houston Oilers color concept, which would be amazing. The Oiler blue jerseys are the best jerseys in sports history. Is that a hot take, Producer Coop? I really don't think that's a hot take. So we'll see what happens when you're talking about the Texans jerseys. What bothers me is you're hearing that the Titans are going to wear their Oilers throwbacks against us, which that's our history. It's not theirs. That would be just incredibly disrespectful to do that. But I would love the Texans to find a way, if they can make it work, to go back to the Houston Oilers jersey design in terms of the colors. If not, though, let's rock with the Battle Red all 17 games.